Hello, Jake. How are you today?
Hi, Emma. I'm doing well, thanks. How about you?
I'm great. I've been thinking about how we communicate sometimes, especially the indirect ways we express ourselves.
Oh, definitely. Like when someone says one thing but means another.
Exactly. That's the essence of what we're exploring today. Implicature and indirect meaning. It's fascinating.
It sure is. So, are we looking at how to imply something without saying it directly?
Yes. We'll also discuss how to infer meaning from those indirect requests. It's an essential part of pragmatics.
Awesome. I love having these kinds of discussions. They really open up conversations.
Absolutely. Let's start with a brief grammar introduction. We often don't realize how much we imply in our conversations.
Right. So, how do we know when someone is implying something?
Good question. Implicature relies heavily on context. For instance, if I say, "It's getting late," I might be implying that I want to leave.
I see. So, I can infer that you want to go home without you saying it directly.
Exactly. And sometimes, people face threats when they make indirect requests. Like asking, "Would you mind closing the window?" can imply that I'm cold.
That's so subtle. So the politeness strategy comes into play here as well?
Yes. Politeness strategies help to soften requests. It's all about the tone and choice of words.
Got it. Now, can we see this in action with a conversation?
Of course. Let's dive into our first dialogue.
Sure. I'll play the role of a guest at a dinner party.
Perfect. I'll be the host. Let's begin. Welcome to my home, Jake.
Thanks, Emma. I must say, this looks incredible. Can you tell me how you made this delicious dish?
Oh, it's just a simple recipe. I could share it, but I might need the secret ingredient back.
Haha. Sounds like I'll have to cook it myself then. But I can tell you really enjoy cooking.
I do. And your compliment implies I've done a good job, so thank you.
It definitely implies that. Speaking of which, would you happen to have any dessert?
Well, I do have some cake. Would you like a piece, or should I just keep it to myself?
Oh, come on. That sounded like an indirect request for me to ask for some.
Guilty as charged. I just wanted to be polite and give you an option.
Well, I'd love some. And your politeness strategy really works, by the way.
I'm glad you think so. Let me get that for you. Do you want coffee with it?
That'd be perfect. And thank you for the warm welcome. You really know how to make someone feel at home.
It's my pleasure. I think it's important to make guests feel good. Plus, it implies I care about your experience here.
Exactly. It's about creating a comfortable atmosphere. Speaking of comfort, your home is really lovely.
Thank you. That implies I've done something right with my decorating.
Sure feels like it. I can tell you put a lot of thought into it.
I appreciate that. Now, let's summarize the main points of the conversation.
Okay, we saw how you implied hospitality through your invitation.
Yes, and how you inferred my invitation when you accepted it.
Plus, the indirect requests about dessert. That was clever.
Right. Each time we spoke, we were carefully choosing our words to convey respect and politeness.
Exactly. So, how do we practice this more?
Great question. Let's move on to our second dialogue that emphasizes these points even more.
Okay, I'll be a colleague asking for help on a project.
Sounds perfect. I'll be your manager. Begin whenever you're ready.
Hi, Emma. Do you have a moment to discuss the new project?
Sure. I was just about to take a break, but I can spare some time. What's on your mind?
Well, I've run into a bit of a snag and could use your expertise.
Sounds like you're facing a challenge. I'd be happy to help. What specifically do you need?
I've been trying to finalize our report, but I'm not sure if I'm interpreting the data correctly.
I see. So you're implying that you might need a second opinion?
Yes, I guess my request was a bit indirect, wasn't it?
More than a bit. You suggested help without asking directly. That's an interesting strategy.
I just wanted to be polite. I feel like coming straight out with, "I need help," might face a threat to my confidence.
And that's a valid point. Using politeness strategies can help ease those tensions in conversation.
Exactly, you got it. So, would you say the best way is to imply what I need?
Yes, especially in professional settings. It can foster goodwill and collaboration.
Got it. So if I say, I could really use a hand with this, that's a polite way to ask for support?
Precisely. And I'd infer that you're looking for assistance. You're becoming a pro at this.
Thanks, Emma. I appreciate all your insights. It's a great learning experience.
I'm glad to hear that. Now, let's cover the target vocabulary we discussed today.
Sure. What's our first word?
The first word is imply. For example, when she said she's busy, she might imply she's not interested.
Imply definitely adds depth to conversations. What's the next one?
Next is infer. As in, from his tone, I can infer that he wasn't happy with the decision.
That's a good one. It makes you think about what people say versus how they say it.
Exactly. Now we have face threat. For instance, direct criticisms can face threat to someone's self-esteem.
That's very true. It's a delicate balance in conversations.
Yes. The fourth is indirect request. Like saying, it's cold in here, which might be an indirect request to close the window.
That's clever. It makes the request seem less demanding.
And finally, we have politeness strategy. For example, using polite language is a crucial politeness strategy in professional settings.
I see how it's all connected. These strategies really enhance communication.
Absolutely. Now, let's do a quick review before we close this lesson.
Sounds good. What are your review questions?
First question. How can you indicate something without saying it directly?
By using implication, right?
Correct. Second question. What does it mean to infer?
To make an educated guess about what someone means based on context.
Exactly. Third question. Give me an example of a conversation that might face a threat.
Like directly telling someone their work isn't good enough could face threat to their confidence.
Spot on. Fourth question. What's an indirect request?
A request that hints rather than states the desire directly, like mentioning it's hot instead of asking to turn on the air conditioning.
Exactly. Final question. What is a politeness strategy?
Using language and tone that makes communication smoother and more respectful.
Fantastic job. You've really grasped the concepts today.
Thanks. I had a lot of fun. What's our next lesson about?
Next, we'll explore cultural differences in politeness across English-speaking countries. It'll be eye-opening.
I can't wait. See you then.
See you, Jake. Bye for now.